Unity and continuity, voices of Nigeria's legislative conscience. In a nation rich with diversity and democratic promise, the echoes of leadership past are finding renewed relevance today. Nigeria's democracy has been shaped not only by those who hold power now, but by those who once carried its burden. Lawmakers who debated, disagreed, compromised, and laid the foundations of governance. From the chambers of the National Assembly has emerged a collective voice of experience. Elder statesmen and women, former legislators, united once again by a shared mission to strengthen democracy, deepen dialogue, and sustain national unity.
We are gathered here as former legislators to educate ourselves and what we should be doing to assist our country.
As critical stakeholders in the Nigerian project, we must act in concert toward building a peaceful, prosperous, and enduring federation.
A nation that doesn't bring together its leaders of the past will draw pure experiences, will lead the younger generation thinking that they know everything.
We have a great nation that none of us should toy with. Any other place we go, we will be second-class citizens. This is where we are first-class citizens. We are the people who will make it work, and future generations will say thank you to all of us.
We believe in continuity. And I didn't hide it, I said it, and I pleaded that they should give us opportunity to finish our term.
Democracy is the only platform that can guarantee inclusive nation building. The only platform that can bring everybody together. And you cannot have a better vanguard other than members of the National Assembly.
The turning point of every nation is a point where leaders must decide to either live for politics or live for posterity. He understood the fact that it's not about being presidential, it's about being a statesman.
That understanding that because of our uniqueness, the uniqueness of our diversity, power moves north and south. It is the turn of the South now. Let us protect that diversity.
Time has come for all of us here who know where the proverbial dead bodies are buried, to remind them that in 2027, we will stand up for the best of who we are. We will not bow down to the worst of who we are.
Platforms such as this summit provide an opportunity to reflect, mentor, advise, and contribute constructively to national discourse beyond partisan divide.
I bring you warm greetings and good wishes from our national grand patron and the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, His Excellency Bola Tinubu, GCFR. It is neither accidental nor merely symbolic that this summit is convened under the theme National Unity and Nation Building Beyond 2031. For Nigeria to participate effectively in shaping the new world order, we must first secure unity of purpose at home. We must enter this new epoch as one people and one nation, committed to a shared identity. Nigeria is led by a president who understands both the fragility and the strength of our diversity, and who recognizes that national unity must never be sacrificed on the altar of narrow ambition or short-term political gain. Under the leadership of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, our future will not be negotiated by those who exploit historical fault lines to sow division and resentment. Let us commit to a politics that seeks to persuade rather than provoke, to unite rather than divide, and to elevate rather than diminish our common humanity. May history record that when Nigeria stood at a crossroad, we chose the harder path of unity, the longer road of cooperation, and the higher calling of nationhood.
This is the story of the National Forum of Former Legislators and their call for unity and continuity. In January 2026, that call resonated powerfully in Abuja at the 2026 National Summit of Former Legislators held under the theme National Unity and Nation Building. Beyond 2031, former lawmakers from across Nigeria gathered to reflect on the nation's democratic journey and chart a path forward. The summit addressed one of Nigeria's most sensitive and defining political questions: leadership rotation and national balance. After extensive deliberations, the forum resolved that while 2027 remains the turn of the South to produce the president, 2031 should mark the return of the presidency to northern Nigeria, in keeping with the long-standing rotational understanding between the two regions. The forum emphasized that respecting this arrangement is essential to preserving peace, trust, and national cohesion. The former legislators warned that any attempt to truncate the agreed rotation between 2031 would undermine national harmony and destabilize democratic progress. They further resolved that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu should be supported to complete a full 8-year tenure, stressing that policy continuity and reform consolidation are critical to national development. In a strong show of confidence, the forum passed a vote of absolute confidence on President Tinubu and his administration, describing his leadership as central to sustaining democratic order, stability, and national unity.
As you know, democracy is the government of the people, for the people, by the people. So preserve unity and promote trust among all the regions of the country. As you can see, almost all the regions of the country are here. So resolutions. 1, commitment to national dialogue. We reaffirm that the dialogue, consultation, and peaceful engagement must always remain Nigeria's primary tool for resolving political and social and regional challenges. We emphasize that Nigerian issues must be resolved by Nigerians and through dialogue, constitutional and democratic means. 2, rotation of the presidency in 2031. In keeping with the spirit of equity, inclusion, and national balance, we affirm that the presidency should return to the Northern region in 2021 by the grace of God, inshallah. After the completion of the Southern presidency and the administration of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the Jagawa of Bogu, constitutional entrenchment of rotational principle to eliminate doubt, reduce political tension, and build enduring trust between Northern and the Southern region. We call for the principle of rotational presidency to be enshrined in the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. As you all know, we are amending the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria now. So this will promote fairness, strengthen national unity, and provide clarity for the future generations here on board. Continuity of reforms. In order to consolidate ongoing reform, strengthen national unity, and deepen democratic governance, we collectively resolve that the current President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria should be supported to complete the full 8 years of traditionally according to the Southern presidency in the interest of stability, fairness, and democratic consistency. So we therefore pass a vote of absolute confidence on the administration of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu DCFR and adopt him as our sole candidate for 2027 general election. Conclusion. We reaffirm our unwavering commitment to a united, peaceful, and prosperous Nigeria. We call on all our political leaders, institutions, and citizens to uphold the value of democracy, justice, national cohesion in the collective interest of our great nation called Nigeria. So thank you very much for finding time to come and attend this very important summit. And the summit is timely. Yes, and the summit.
The summit reaffirmed a core belief of the forum that Nigeria's challenges must be resolved by Nigerians through dialogue, constitutional means, and democratic processes. For them, dialogue remains the cornerstone of democratic survival. The National Forum of Former Legislators itself is a gathering of men and women who once shaped the laws of the land, patriots who served in both state and national assemblies across Nigeria. Drawn from different regions, political traditions, and belief systems, they share one defining bond: experience. Their purpose is simple yet profound: to use the wisdom of the past to guide the future of Nigeria's democracy. Through consultation and consensus building, the forum seeks to bridge regional, religious, and political divides, strengthening the bonds that hold the nation together. Months before the Abuja summit, this spirit of dialogue had already taken root across the country. In 2025, the Northern Caucus of the Forum convened in Abuja for a dialogue session focused on security, peace, and the future of leadership rotation in Nigeria. At the end of the deliberations, the Northern Caucus issued a communique reflecting patriotism, maturity, and commitment to national balance.
We are aligned to the unifying foundation of our country. This relates to the rotation of power between the North and South. We advocate that the South be allowed to complete their tenure. The forum is of the belief that it will be in the best interest of the North for the incumbent to complete the tenure of the South. Thank you.
Forum affirmed its alignment with the unifying principle of power rotation between the North and South and advocated that the South be allowed to complete its tenure. It was a deliberate statement, one that rose above partisan politics and placed national unity above sectional interests. At the heart of this growing bridge of understanding is the Chief of Staff to the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Right Honorable Femi Gbajabiamila, a name long associated with Nigeria's democratic journey. His path from Parliament to the presidency has been defined by reform, dialogue, and institutional strength. As Speaker of the House of Representatives from 2019 to 2023, Gbajabiamila led one of the most reform-oriented assemblies in Nigeria's history. Under his leadership, landmark legislations were passed and assented to, including the Petroleum Industry Act, the Student Loan Act, the Police Reform Act, and the Deep Offshore and Inland Basin Production Sharing Contract Act. These laws reshaped critical sectors of the economy and governance. Today, as Chief of Staff to the President, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Gbajabiamila continues that legislative legacy, serving as a vital link between the executive and legislative arms of government and promoting dialogue as a tool for national progress. Speaking at the Northern Caucus Dialogue, he reaffirmed his belief in unity as the foundation of development. He reminded the nation that unity does not require uniformity of thought, but agreement of a shared destiny, that Nigeria belongs to all and that the country will rise or fall together.
To join you this evening with my friends and my colleagues in this joyful reunion. This is an exceptional opportunity for friends, former colleagues, and patriots who are committed to the promise of Nigeria to deliberate frankly on the state of our nation, so that we can jointly consider the various ways we might each individually and together support President Bola Ahmed Tinubu in implementing the long-delayed economic, political, and structural reforms necessary to advance Nigeria's cause and ensure the progress and prosperity of all our people.
In September 2025, the Southern Caucus of the National Forum of Former Legislators gathered in Abeokuta, Ogun State. The meeting brought together former lawmakers, political leaders, and reform advocates from across southern Nigeria to reflect on governance, reforms, and the future of the nation.
This is a gathering of policymakers, people that have the capacity to shape the destiny of any nation. A lot of people I've worked with here. Some have been before my time, some after me. But one thing is clear. Many, if not all of you, still hold sway one way or the other in your various constituencies. And when you put heads, they say 2 heads are better than 1. Therefore, thousands of heads certainly better the world.
As a body, we are committed to issues that will promote the peace, unity of our dear country, and also entrench democracy. As we gather today to deliberate on the theme, National Unity, Bedrock of Nation Building, it is our expectation that we will rise from this summit with outcomes that will unite us the more and promote peace, unity, and prosperity of Nigeria.
As it stands, Nigeria is represented here, all parts of the country. Yes, national unity being the bedrock of nation building. Nobody will argue with that. With the galaxy of individuals here, that if we all come together as we have started doing now, in the country will witness faster development efforts. I congratulate the convener, especially for deeming it necessary to bring people from various geographical zones of our country, our political zones, to come and deliberate and make suggestions that will help in making our government do a better job. And the government in turn will look around and see the welfare of those that have served but are not serving at this moment. So it's left hand washing the right hand and right hand washing the left hand.
Our society throughout history has ever risen above the level of its leadership. Thankfully, in our country, Nigeria, today, we have a leader in President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, who is leading with unparalleled courage, and who sees leadership not as a job, but a responsibility. With this president, who went to exile on account of fighting for democracy, who is never afraid to stand alone, who can endure mistakes of ambition, not of sloth, who knows that not everything that is faced can be changed, but nothing can change unless it is faced, who knows that giving does not drain us, but it fills us up, and who also knows that to blame others is not the path effective leaders take. I'm fully persuaded that with our collective support, he will consolidate the gains of our democracy, unite the country, and deliver on the major promises of Nigeria.
Our president was once a senator. His wife is a senator. His deputy, the vice president, is a senator. One wants to be happy. One wants to be happy. So we should appreciate the fact that without legislative arm of government, no politics. So for us to have these people at the helm of affairs, we should all be happy, we should be ready to support them and make sure that they succeed.
Their resolutions echoed the position of the North, but went further. The Southern Caucus endorsed the leadership of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and adopted him as the sole candidate of the South for the 2027 presidential election.
I would like to read the communique again for the Southern former legislators to take their stand. We've already taken ours. The forum commends our guest and the current Chief of Staff to the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, leaving his dutiful task to participate in our 2025 dialogue session. While the forum appreciates the effort of government so far, the forum calls on the government to intensify its effort on security challenges, especially in Zamfara, Katsina, Plateau, Benue, Niger, among others. The dialogue session accorded the opportunity to engage with representatives of former legislators from the northern part of the country for proper understanding of government action and directions. While the forum appreciates the Chief of Staff for this engagement,
we urge the government to engage more with critical stakeholders for better delivery. As partners in nation building, we subscribe to the issue that unites us as people for peace and progress of our nation, Nigeria. We align to the unifying foundation of our country, which leads to the rotation of power between North and South. A round of applause, please. That the South be allowed to complete their tenure. The forum is of the belief that it will be in the best interest of the North for the incumbent to complete the tenure of the South. Thank you so much.
They affirmed that it is the turn of the South to complete its tenure, in line with the principle of equity and national balance. The Southern legislators commended ongoing government reforms, including the establishment of regional development commissions, local government autonomy, the student loan scheme, and the deregulation of the electricity sector, describing them as essential building blocks for sustainable development and inclusive growth. The host governor and chairman of the Southern Governors Forum, Prince Dakwa Abiodun, reinforced the call for unity and continuity. He reminded the nation that a divided house cannot stand and affirmed that the South must complete its 8 years of leadership for the sake of national stability and progress.
It's indeed a pleasure for us to host this epoch and significant gathering, the Southern Summit 2025 of the National Forum of Former Legislators. I was away in Europe on official duties when His Excellency Right Honorable Femi Gbaja called me that we will be given the privilege to host this August gathering. I had to return to Abeokuta last night to ensure that I am indeed present at this very important summit. This summit is just not another meeting. It is a strategic convergence of political experience, institutional memory, and patriotic vision. Provides an opportunity to reflect on our collective journey, assess the evolving dynamics of governance in the southern region, and chart a progressive and inclusive path forward. In the renewed hope agenda, and build the nation of our dreams. I align myself with the chairman of Northern Forum of Legislators, of former legislators, Honorable Rufai Chachangi, and the erstwhile Speaker, Right Honorable Patricia Ete. The South must finish its 8 years. Asiwaju must complete his 8 years. Nigeria is rising again. God bless the National Forum of Former Legislators. God bless Ogun State. God bless our President. God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you all very much for listening to me.
From north to south and from past to present, the National Forum of Former Legislators is demonstrating that unity is not only possible but achievable. Their message is clear. Leadership is not merely about holding office but about building trust, ensuring stability, and safeguarding the future. As Nigeria advances under a new era of reform, voices from its legislative past are reminding the nation of a timeless truth: democracy thrives not when we are divided but when we are determined together. Nigeria will rise together or fall together. And from the chambers of yesterday to the corridors of power today, the mission endures to build a united, prosperous, and peaceful nation.